Good evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this stream from ourselves. If you're live, then obviously it's good evening from me. Should have been myself and Oz this evening, but Oz unfortunately is having some technical difficulties with regards to his headset and microphone on his laptop. So, unfortunately, guys, you just got me to put up with tonight. So, hopefully, I can keep it on the normal sort of levels that we do for yourselves on that side of things. But um, tonight's live going to be talking about the top offers from the customer support team. So you may have seen a couple of weeks ago we did our top tips from the members of staff that work on the customer service side of things. And tonight we're going to have a look at the top offers that the team enjoy doing, recommend doing, whichever way you want to look at it. So, as always, just firing some questions to myself with regards to this just makes my life a little bit easier and saves me waffling for an hour at you guys. But yeah, any questions along the way, then just fire them at me, guys, and pick up on those as I'm going through the evening with you. So yeah, we'll kick things off with the support offers. Um, we'll start off with everybody's favourite friend that knows him from the newbie groups and from um, long-standing members, and that's Andy Cooper's uh, top offer that he recommends. If you're with me, so Andy, as you probably would have guessed, would be for extra places and horse refunds as his top offers that he does. I've obviously done a lot of talk in the past about extra places, horse refund offers from there, which we've obviously still got all the previous lives for. We've got all the training elements for from there. Um, I enjoy doing the extra places myself. I must admit, it was Andy that actually got me into those many moons ago um, when we first started talking and going through things. And extra places are they are for the more advanced match better. I will admit on that side of things, just because of the different backs and lays that you have to do with regards to it, and having the substantial bankroll to be able to do that as well. So, but with extra places, as Andy's always taught me, and I've always stuck to, very simple formula to follow is that just look for an implied odds of 20 or above on one extra place on a horse race. If it's two extra places, anything between 10 and 15, we're happy taking that implied odds for. There's no problem on that side of things. And if you can keep your IOs above that, obviously you need to look at your qualifying loss with regards to that and what you're happy with, which you can do by just adjusting the stake that you're putting on there. So it's just a simple £10 each way would be £10 on the win side of things and £10 on the play side of things. Where bookmakers offering four extra places and the exchange is three extra places, we're hoping that our horse finishes in that fourth extra place or the one extra place, if you like, from that side of things. Um, so we then get paid out from the bookmaker and we also get paid out from the exchange as well because we've only laid on the three place market. So it's a great little money spinner. Recommend only doing that really on Saturday ITV racing or any of the Saturday meetings. It's when your normal punters are there backing their horses with every bookmaker there is. During the week, I would only look at festival really from that side of things. So Cheltenham, Goodwood, Ascot, Yorkie Boar, so forth. They're the main festivals to look at, and different places during that period be absolutely fine because again, this is where a lot of punters are looking at placing their bets, so we can sort of stay on radar from that side of things. On that side of things, no problem at all. Horse refunds, again, great offer to be doing. Paddy, Sky, Live or Virgin, Unibet, who else? 888, just to name half a dozen there, do horse racing refunds on a regular basis. Mainly on Saturdays, they'll look at the main race of the day, and there'll be a horse refund on there. So it will be if your horse is second, third, or fourth, we will give you a free bet. If that's the case, if your horse finishes on there, just there's two ways of doing it. The way that I do it myself is I just do a simple back and lay on the horse. I may underlay it by a little bit, just in case the horse does win. But 9 times out of 10, I'll just do a simple back and lay on the horse. Hope it comes in second, third, or fourth. If it does, happy days. I've got my free bet back from the bookmaker, or cash as it is with Paddy, not with Paddy, sorry, with Sky and with Unibet. They pay back in cash on there, so it's a really great offer from them too. But I'll get my free bet back, and then I'll just place that free bet accordingly as and when with regards to it. So make about £7-8 on that. With horse
Sorry, Chris, can you hear me? Or...
I normally look at first, second, maybe third favourite, whichever is the closest match out of those three is what I'd use from that side of things. Just because logic dictates that favourite or a second favourite should finish in the top couple of places. So that's why I go for that side of things. I've got a question in with regards to what are implied odds. Is this different to the odds shown? Implied odds is basically the chance of that horse finishing in the places. They are different to actual odds, but they're calculated from that side of things. But on the extra place catcher that we use, the implied odds are located down the right-hand side of the catcher itself anyway. But I can actually call up my extra place catcher. Things are a little bit slow at the moment. Probably because I've got so many different windows open that it's running a little bit slow. So can I share this screen? Let's stop sharing that for a second. Present screen. And extra place catcher. So this is the extra place catcher. We've got all your events on there, all listed. So all the horse races for tomorrow are listed on there. And excuse me, guys, bit of a tickle in my throat there. And if we're looking at something like air, there's nothing coming up for that one. But if we look at list allowed tomorrow at the 1635, the implied odds are just stated just in that column there. 5.25, 2.88, 5.65. Obviously, nothing there worth getting on at this moment in time. The implied odds just aren't there for it. So, with that being, I'm guessing probably one extra place with that side of things. I haven't actually looked at tomorrow's horse racing. I'd be looking for that implied odds at being 20. So, if that was sat at 20, which I can actually. We can force this to be 20. Not something that I recommend doing at all, but I can just do a force on there. Not quite there. 3, will that do it? There you go. So if, and I do mean if, the odds were at 3.5 for the place on this, this would be giving implied odds of 37.3. I'd be all over that like flies around honey, to be honest with you. That's just showing there £10 each stake, so £10 on the win. So we're placing £10 on the win and £10 on the place. So odds of 12 there with Sky. So then we'd place a £10 lay bet on the win stakes with Matchbook on this occasion. And if the odds were at 3.5, we'd be doing a lay stake of £9.14 as our lay stake for that, which is 86p qualifying loss with the potential of taking £31.14 from it. So, for an 86p risk on there and the sake of making £31.14, definitely worth doing. Is implied odds being 37.33, which obviously I've just forced through on there. If you look at the one below, and this is why we look at the implied odds side of things, with that only being at 2.88, we'd have a qualifying loss of £6.60 for just a £12.40 profit. This really isn't worth risking £6.60 to just about double your money from it if the horse did finish in the extra place. So really not worth getting on. That's why we look at the implied odds side of things. It'll have a lower qualifying loss with a higher profit on there. So yeah, if you're looking at 20 plus for one horse extra place, 10 to 15 for two places, be absolutely fine from that side of things. So no problem on that side of things. And Aaron, thanks so much for your question with regards to that. And notice that you're actually watching us from YouTube as well, which is good to know that it's working through that side of things as well. So yeah, I mean, most of these offers that I'm going to go through with you guys tonight are ones that we've covered in lives previously. So they are available through the forum if you wanted to catch them back again at all. So no problem on that side of things. So, and just to go on to Aaron's next question, do you have a recommended bankroll for this? I would personally say if you're looking at extra places, I would be wanting a bankroll of between 1,000 to 1,500 to start off with, and I would just start off at £1, £2 each way stakes with it, so just so you get used to the way the backs and lays are done from it, because it is slightly different to what you do normally, and just have a play around with it. When I first started doing extra places, I did a lot of paper trail stuff for it to start off with for about a month or so until I was confident on what's happening. And then obviously up that into real money and then obviously up my stakes from that side of things. But they are a great money earner to be doing from that side of things. And it's all about how comfortable you are on what size of qualifying losses, because you can go on a long run of not hitting an extra place. I think mine's round 70, 80 mark, something silly like that, where I didn't hit an extra place for weeks upon end. And then I hit about 4 or 5 on the bounce straight after it. So it is a long-term strategy for making profit. You just got to be comfortable with the qualifying loss and being able to sustain that side of things. So yeah, 1,000 to 1,500. Start off with small stakes, and you'll be absolutely fine from that side of things. So no problem that side of things, Aaron. Right, the next one we'll go on to is my actual top offer. This is a great one that has just come back yesterday. For our older members, you will remember that we used to have a refer a friend scheme many moons ago. We have just reintroduced this back as of yesterday, and it is really, really simple to do as well. I'll show you where you need to click onto in a minute, but yeah, the refer a friend scheme is now £30 for you and £30 for your mate that you refer as well, which will be 31 days after the first full subscription payment is made. So if they're on Platinum, so it'd be $29.99. After that, 31 days, you'll get your 30. They'll get their £30. Obviously, if they're on Diamond, it's $49.99 a month for that. Again, that would be paid after the 31 days, but again, it'd still be the £30 for that. And obviously, you guys have got into match betting, or just got into match betting, or you've been doing match betting for a while, and you know the benefits of doing match betting and the profits that we can make for it. So, while times are like they are, why not help your mates out? Give them a bit of encouragement to do so. That £30 covers their first month for them. So basically, they're getting a free month out of it, and you're getting a takeaway or a few beers or whatever it is that you want to spend that £30 on. So yeah, absolutely brilliant that they come back, and hopefully it means you guys can encourage some of your friends to join you with regards to the match betting journey that you're on. As I said, I'll share the part for where that actually is now. A lot of clicking tonight, guys, for sharing and everything else. So just onto my dashboard. So all it is, so once you're into your outplayed, you're logged on, it's just that green button with the two people set on there. If you just click on that, then brings you onto the My Account Refer a Friend page, which is just simply a unique URL that you just need to copy and send to your friend. That'll then have your referral code onto it. Obviously, then it will list your referrals. It'll show you when your commissions are due to be paid and when they've been paid. The only thing that you need to do is have a PayPal account. That is the only way that we can make payment to you for the Refer a Friend scheme. So you can either set a PayPal account up if you already haven't got one. It takes 2 minutes to do so. Or you can use a family members if you haven't got one. Or if you have got one, brilliant. Just enter your chosen PayPal account details into there. Click on the update button, and every time that you refer a friend through the scheme, you'll be paid the £30, and your mate will be paid the £30 as well. As I say, 31 days after their first full payment has come through to ourselves. Obviously, there's a lot of T's and C's that are attached with this, which you can view them all just by clicking here with regards to that. But I'm not going to go through the boring details of that side of things with you now. But yeah, I am so happy that Sam and the team have decided to bring the Refer a Friend scheme back after it's got to be a good 12 months, if not a little bit longer, since we had it on there. So yeah, thanks to Sam and the guys for sorting that out and bringing it back. And it's just a nice little money earner for you guys to get there, get your friends involved, and all carry on making some money from that side of things. So that's my nice quick offer with regards to that. Just bear me a second. I'm just going to get onto the next slide, which I'll now share my screen with you. Again, sorry guys, there's a lot taking me back and turning and so forth this evening. So our next one is from Ben, resident customer service guy, helps out on marketing as well. A lot of you have spoken to him, live chats and emails, that side of things. But Ben's is just a nice, simple price boost would be his top offer. Simple way to grow your bankroll, require very little time and effort, and they're suitable for any level of experience to be doing price boosts, because they are just simply a back and a lay bet. That's all a price boost is. You'll see the likes of Sky, Paddy, William Hill, Coral. The list is endless for price boosts being put out there. And all it is it's where the bookmakers will give an offer of something like Mo Salah shot on target. Odds should be 1.4. they've done a special for that day, with the price up to 2, and the lay odds will still be reflecting that 1.4, 1.5 that they should be at. So your lay odds will probably be about 1.6, 1.7, somewhere like that. So because the back odds are at 2 and our lay odds are at 1.6, we can lock in some profit from that side of things, just because the backs are higher than what the lay odds are. The other beauty of price boosters as well is that you can use them on gubbed accounts, Paddy especially. Paddy will gub you, which just means that you won't get the free bets from them for the refund races or any other offers they've got, but you can still absolutely hammer them for price boosts. You can still get full stakes on there, no problem whatsoever. Sky you can do as well. So even if you've got gubbed accounts, price boosts are an absolute dream for making some guaranteed money from them. And as Ben so rightly says, requiring so little time and effort to do. Is literally click on the price boost, place the bet, go into the lay, click on that, place the bet, job done. It should take you no more than a minute to do. You'll find a lot of the time Matchbook and BetDAC will have the enhanced specials up. So there might be something like Mo Salah and Marcus Rashford both to have a shot on target, which we can't do a direct lay on each of them for. It needs to be an enhanced special for that. And also glad to say that Pocket Bet have actually joined in with the specials as well now. Pocket Bet, obviously we get 0% commission with them, but they have now got specials being put up on their site as well. So with 0% commission, really good liquidity with them, really good on there as well. Daft not to sign up to them with your Outplayed membership and get the 0 through them, get onto the price boost with them as well. Noticed today that they had the William Buick offer, which was him to have 2 winners at Yarmouth today, which was on William Hill and was also on Sky as well. Odds of 4 on Sky and a lay price of 3.6, I believe it was at one stage, with bet. So a great £10 on there. It's a nice little lock in of a couple of pound for literally, I say, a minute's work of doing so. So yeah, price boost to brilliant way of making very quick money from that side of things. So who's on next slide? Next one is from Tim. Taylor does a lot with Facebook, covering Andy, and also works on customer service side as well. Top lad is Taylor. For him, it's the Sporting Bet welcome offer, which isn't really talked about that much, but it does include a wide range of betting strategies to prepare you for reloads. So it includes a standard bet and get, an ACCA bet, an in-play bet, a bonus lock-in bet, an odds boost, free spins, and a casino wagering. So it's covering virtually every part of match betting from a sign-up offer. Yeah, Taylor is absolutely spot on with that. Actually, saying that it's not talked about much because it's not. It's not even one that I questioned about on CS at all, or mentioned in any of our sort of chats that we have from customer service side of things. But yeah, it's a long time since I did the Sporting Bet welcome offer. I must admit, with regards to that, but it is an absolute beauty of a sign up, because you've got your standard bet and get, which is what basically all the welcome offers are, of bet £10 and get a £10 free bet from them to then lay off and make our profit from. We have an ACCA bet on there, which a couple of the bookmakers, you have to do an ACCA bet for your sign up side of things. So definitely worth getting through from. ACCAs are obviously where you've got 3, 4, 5 selections that you have to make. Normally do them on football because they're just easier to to do bets for, and normally get better and closer matches with regards to that. The big thing with ACCA bets that a lot of people do get confused about is that they think that they need, with their free bet especially, to be using high odds high odd matches for it. So they start looking at games where they're looking at the outsiders or possibly a draw. So looking at odds of 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5. You don't need to be doing that with ACCA bets. With ACCA bets, they look at the total odds at the end of it. And ACCAs are worked out by leg 1 being multiplied by leg 2, being multiplied by leg 3, being multiplied by leg 4, which will give you an overall odds of round. If you're looking at games that have got odds of 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, something like that, you'll be getting total odds of about 5, maybe 6, which is absolutely ideal to be doing a free bet for, and obviously gives you a bit more chance of the ACCA winning into the bookmakers. Well, bookmakers love ACCA bets because you've got to get 5 predictions correct, which isn't as easy as what it sounds to do. You've only got to look at some of the strange results we've had over the years in football. Things like Saudi Arabia beating Argentina in the World Cup a couple of years, well, last year. That would have been an absolute banker for anybody with an ACCA. Obviously, Saudi Arabia won that game, so absolutely threw everything out. But bookmakers must have had an absolute field day with regards to that. So, yeah, ACCAs, you only have to be looking at the total combined odds. You don't need to be looking at individual odds being too high for that side of things. In-play bets. In-play bets do confuse a lot, but they don't confuse a lot of people. That's wrong way of putting it. The best way of doing in-play bets is at halftime in a football match, just because the odds would have stabilised for 10, 12 minutes, something like that. So it's a lot easier to get your back bet on and then do the subsequent. Obviously, while a game is in play, the odds are moving around like Michael Flatley's feet do on and trying to get a back and a lay to match with a game in play. It's not impossible to do, but it does make life really, really difficult from that side of things. So, yeah, if you're looking at football, doing it at half time when the odds have stabilised. Bonus lock-in bet. This is where we can do a £10 refund, for example, if your bet was lose. We'd use the bonus lock-in calculator to do that. So we'd be looking, I don't know, like we'll give you a £10 free bet if Man United don't win this game, which we can all hope doesn't happen, but that's just me being personal from that side of things. And if they don't win that game, you will get a £10 free bet as a bit of an insurance, like from that side of things. Which we use the bonus lock-in calculator to do that bet with. Odds boost, as we said with regards to Ben's top offer, just a simple boost on the odds, lock in some profit with regards to that. Free spins and a casino bonus with wagering. There are quite a few bookmakers that will throw in a casino offer alongside the sports book offer. But it's also a good way to introduce into casino for later down the line as well. Basically, free spins are, as they say they are. It's basically, here's 10 free spins. So you'll load up the relevant slot for them, do the 10 free spins. And if you happen to get a win from it, it might be 30p, might be a pound, might be 30, 40 pound. You never know what's going to come from those spins, but definitely worth doing and a good introduction to the casino side of things. And then the casino bonus with a wagering. Now, with casinos, a lot of the offers include a wagering. And a lot of people are, well, what's a wagering? Wagering is basically just amount of times that you have to do a spin, how many times you have to spin, depending on your stake size. So it's just simply, if you're given a £10 bonus that has to be wagered 35 times, you have to do £350 worth of wagering. Now, you do not have to deposit anything further than that £10. This is where a lot of people make the error from it. We're hoping with that £10, if we're doing it on £1 spins, for example, that in those 10 spins, we have a nice win, and it takes us on to be able to complete the wagering, i.e. doing 350 spins to complete that £10 wagering bonus that we get from them. A lot of the times with offers like that, we will bust out. The Coral and Ladbrokes one are prime examples of that. It's about an 85% bust out rate with regards to the £50 bonus that you get with Coral. And now I believe Ladbrokes has gone down to £30 bonus that you get. It used to be 50 with them, but it's gone down to 30 with regards to that. It's just a case of just spinning through. You've either completed the wagering on there or you've bust out from it. 85% of the time, there will be a bust out with regards to that. But we've gone through casino quite a few times, and I'd say, again, all the previous videos and everything that we've done with regards to that are available on the forum for you guys to go through. If you're struggling to find them, then, as we always say, jump onto customer service live chat or drop us an email, and we can happily send that link through to you, no problem at all. Next offer I'm going to have a look at is from Alan, who again works in customer service side of things with myself and a few of the other guys, and his is the fan zone offer from Ladbrokes. Again, another one that's not really talked about, and it is really simple to do, and it can, again, turn a nice profit from there. All you need to do is simply head to Ladbrokes and pick your favourite Premier League team. Every time they play, they'll give you a prize boost that can be laid off for a profit. Normally can be laid up. In fact, no, they can be, yeah, because it's normally a shot on target from a player, or for them to win the game, or for them to score X amount of goals. So they can be laid off, and they do throw in free bets as well with regards to that. So if you've selected somebody like Man City, for example, even if you don't support them, I'm a Blackburn Rovers fan through and through. Obviously, we're not in the Premier League at the moment, so I've selected Man City for my fan zone team, just for the simple fact that the boosts that they put through for Man City have been so easy to lay off, and been able to lock in some profit with there. It's like I say, it's just normally things like Haaland to score, or Haaland to have a shot on target, or Man City to win. So we can lock in a little bit of profit from there. I think I've had 2 or 3 bets through as well with regards to that. So just for choosing Man City as my Premiership team from that side of things. And again, it's just a real nice, quick, simple offers, which they do get overlooked by a lot of members, and also by ourselves as well in customer service side of things. You know, we do miss a lot of these offers just because not because we're set in our ways. We've all got our own different routines that we go through. Myself and Oz are really big on our 2-up side of things, so we spend quite a bit of time looking at 2-ups, and both of us do a fair bit of casino as well. So we sort of may have missed these offers just from being so set in our ways from what we've done. So our next one is from Steve. Steve is basically the guy that he loves the phones. If you've ever been to outplay the tool, 99% sure you'd have spoken to Steve at some point with regards to to the phone call. Absolutely brilliant on the phones. He's got so much patience, and we'll go through the offer with you in great detail. So it's nice and clear from that side of things. So yeah, Steve's normally on there, and this is the Coral Spin Insurance offer, which is just a simple bet £5 on whichever race it may be for that day. So it's not a horse race at one of the bigger meetings, which we can just do a normal back and lay for. If the horse loses, you get a nice little £2 casino bonus, which you can then just do 50p hands on blackjack. And with blackjack and the blackjack calculator that we have for the diamond members, obviously gives the best strategy for doing blackjack. And they've made him £40 to £80 a month, and he's actually had a £94 return on there, which is a real nice return. As it says, it easily covers any monthly subscription. So just that one offer alone, generating £40, £50, £60 will easily cover your platinum membership, possibly even your diamond membership, $49.99. If you then incorporate that with the refer a friend offer that we've introduced as well, that's a nice little £70-80 that you could earn on a month just from doing referring a friend and introduce them to the spin insurance offer. You do the spin insurance offer yourself. It's all happy days from that side of things. So yes, a great little offer with regards to that from Coral. And then our next one that we've got is from Simon, who you guys obviously seen on our Facebook Lives, obviously customer service side of things. And his are the weekly bet clubs. Obviously, this only refers to accounts that haven't been gubbed at all. And they are a real nice, steady source of income, and they are normally very forward to do. Paddy have changed theirs recently, which hasn't caused a bit of a conflict. That's the wrong word to, but it's annoyed and frustrated me a little bit. That's probably the better way to put it. Is the fact that now for the bet club, you still have to do a minimum of £5-10 bets with them to qualify £10 free bet from there. But they've stopped doing your qualifying bets from the price boosts now, like they used to. You used to be able to do price boosts with them, and that qualify for it as well. Your odds have to be over a minimum of 2.0 for each £10 bet that you do with them as well. And also, you need to ensure that you have opted in to the bet club. So you only need to opt in once for the bet club, but just need to ensure that you have done that. That's just on Paddy, but there's so many bet clubs out there. There's Sky, there's Betway, there's 888 do one as well on Accas. Who else do them? MGM, new bookmaker to the scene over the past week and a half or so, somewhere around there. Great sign up offer from them of bet £10, get £40 for the bets. Bit of a mixture of free bets that you have to do with them as well. So again, gets you a little bit used to the different types of bet to do with them. They've also got some great boosts on there at the moment. It's 100% odds price boost on Europe winning the Ryder Cup, which starts next weekend, I believe it is, if my dates serve me right with regards to that. So a nice little lock-in of profit. There's a £20 maximum bet for that Ryder Cup one, but definitely worth getting onto and locking in some profit with regards to that side of things. So yeah, numerous bookies out there that do bet clubs on a weekly basis that are getting on there. Definitely worth spacing your bets out the qualifying period. Don't just sit there on a Monday afternoon or a Tuesday afternoon and do your 5 bets with Paddy, and go, right, that's it, that's done. Have a look at spacing them out over the week, especially at the moment with the amount of football that's on. Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, EFL Trophy. Obviously, all the major football leagues are playing at weekends. I normally play during the week as well. And just spread them out over the week, because it's just going to make you look more like a regular gambler. A regular gambler is not just going to sit there on a Monday afternoon, place £5-10 bets, and that'll be it. They'll do £10 a day, maybe £20 a day, maybe £30 a day, but they don't mean bets. They might go on a Monday, oh, I fancy a tenner on this horse to win the race, so they'll place a bet on that. And then on the Tuesday, their team's playing football. Oh, yeah, I'll stick £10 on them to win. Then on Wednesday, there might be another favourite European team that's playing or something like that. So they'll just spread their bets out over the week. Trouble with doing all 5 in one go is that you're going to stand out like a match better with regards to that. And as Simon's also said, quite right, so it's worth considering different stakes. It might be that it's 5 £10 bets to get your £10 free bet at the end of it, but place some £15 bets, some £20 bets. As long as the qualifying loss is within its remit, then absolutely fine. And based on you again, you're not looking like you're just going after that £10 free bet, which just stinks of match better through and through. Which the bookmakers, they may be daft, but they're not that daft with regards to spotting ourselves. So it's just a case of blending in, which is what something Andy always comments on all the lives that he does. Is a case of blending in like a normal punter. And again, it might be a case of do 6, 7, 8, 9 bets for it. So again, you're not just doing your minimum of 5 bets and looking like a normal punter would do. You know, they would be placing 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, numerous bets over the week. So it's just a case of looking like wood with regards to the normal punters. Now, our next one is Oz, who, as I said earlier, unfortunately can't be with us this evening due to technical difficulties that he's having with laptop at home. So, yeah, Oz is the risk freeze that Betfair seem to be giving out at the moment. They're doing a lot on the horse racing, a lot on the football. They seem to just be throwing £10 bets out for bets on the exchange as opposed to the sports book side of things. So it's basically, I think the last one I saw was a week or so ago, might have even been the weekend, on bet £10 on a certain horse race. If your horse doesn't win, we'll give you a £10 free bet for doing it. So it wasn't even a case of if the horse finishes second, third, or fourth. It was a case of if it doesn't win, we'll give you a £10 free bet. Several ways of looking at this. You can use the bonus calculator for it. So you can do the £10 on there and use it as a risk free and get your £10 free bet back from that side of things. Or, as I personally do with this offer, is that I just place the £10 bet on, again, second or third favourite with regards to it, and hope the horse wins. If it doesn't win, I get a £10 free bet back. Now, the reason I do that is because I know with my £10 free bet, I'll make £7.50, £8 back from that side of things. So I'm only really in £2.50 in order to what could be a nice reward from that side of things, especially if horses at 3 or 4.0, something like that. It's a chance of £30-40 profit from it for the sake of risking £2. because the value is there for it from doing that side of things. Really worth it from my side of things. Obviously, a lot of people don't like doing it that way, which is absolutely fine and no problem at all on locking in some guaranteed profit from it. And the football is normally, I think the past couple of seasons have been over 1.5 or over 2.5 goals in a certain game, which again we can just lock in some profit from that side of things. So the last one that we've got to look at is from Lee. Lee obviously works in our customer service side of things, and she's one that will be answering your emails, live chats, so on and so forth. And she normally covers the phones on a morning when Steve's on his deserved day off. Now, Lee's top offer is probably one of my favourite match betting offers that's out there. I know it's Oz's one, and I know Oz is really gutted that he can't be with us to talk about the two ups, because Oz has been doing two ups for a long time, same as myself with regards to that. There's a couple of bookies that do the two up side of things now. Bet365 and Paddy have been doing them for quite some time, but Sky, Coral, and I think Ladbrokes have joined the party as well now. The trouble with Sky, Ladbrokes, and Coral is that their odds are normally pretty poor for the two up side of things, to be honest with you. Yes, you will find the odd match that's fairly close with regards to that. But as Lee said, Bet365 definitely have the best odds for your two ups. Then probably Paddy after that, and then the others in a joint. I would say joint third, but it's probably actually more of a joint fourth or fifth place for them. The odds tend to be from there. Lee does exactly the same method as what I do, which is the let it ride method, which is basically we'll find a really good match somewhere 96, 97, 98% match on the back odds and lay odds. Place our back bet, place the lay bet, and just wait for the final whistle to be blown and hope that we've got a win from there. It doesn't hit as often, but boy, is it more profitable when they do hit. For that sake of cashing out a little bit early from it, the let it ride long term is the most profitable way of doing it. But again, it depends on your mindset, on your bankroll with regards to that. Lee's the same as me. We're normally working Saturdays and Sundays, both of us. So trying to keep track of the games and cash out at certain points just isn't a possibility for us. We can't be on live chat or answering an email. And, oh, just hang on a minute, please, Ross. Just while I just cash out this two up that's happened, be with you in a minute. It's just not the done thing. Some of her friends use the cash out method and still make a decent profit too. The cash out method can be done on one of three ways, basically. Obviously, we're waiting for our team to go two up. So some people will cash out when that happens. So if they go 2-0 up, they'll do a cash out method from there and make a small amount of profit from it. Some people will wait till that scoreline goes 2-0 and then goes to 2-1 and do a cash out from there. So they make a little bit more profit than what a 2-0 would be, not as much as what a full turnaround or a let it ride would be. And then some people do the full turnaround at 2-2, which again, you'll make a really good profit from. That's the full turnaround that's happened. It'll only be a couple of pounds less probably than the let it ride method, because the odds won't be quite the same, but it won't be a million miles off from that side of things. So I know a lot of people that do the 2-2 full turnaround cash out, and they've made some very good profit from doing that side of things. Obviously, that's what we're looking for, is that full turnaround. We're looking for the 2-2 to happen from that side of things. Obviously, the risk that we're taking on the let it ride method is that if it does go to 2-2, it could go to 2-3. So the team that were 2-0 down could go through and win 3-2. And the way that now the added time has been put onto games, making them not 90 minutes anymore, but 100, 102, 103 minutes. It's giving that extra 10, 12 minutes in a game that could be the massive difference of a goal being scored to do that. So maybe a little bit riskier now doing the let it ride method with that new law change that's come in from it. The Flash Score app is highly recommended for those that prefer the cash out method. It is probably the quickest app out there for updating scores as they're going along. They seem to get them up a lot quicker than any of the bookmakers do from that side of things. Obviously, if you're on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games for a 2-up, you obviously can't have the radio on and have 10 games going simultaneously with commentary. So, yeah, the Flash Score app, is definitely recommended that for those that are using a cash out method. With regards to 2-ups, something I've started doing over the start of this season, August figures are already there, and I'm obviously halfway through doing September's. But on the forum now, and there was also a page on our Facebook groups, having a look at the stats of 2-ups, because a lot of people say, well, why aren't you doing every sort of Premiership game from that side of things, or why are you looking at these leagues, or I'm not getting the results because I'm just betting on X, Y, and Z matches. So I've gone through the main leagues that we look at. So I've gone through the Premiership, Championship, English League One, English League Two, French League One, La Liga from Spain, Serie A, Dutch Eindhoven, the MLS from America, and I think I've done one other as well, which evades me at this moment. Bundesliga. I've looked at those sort of 10 leagues and just done an analysis of the amount of games that have played, how many of those matches where both teams have scored 2 goals or more, and how many full turnarounds have actually happened in those games so far. So it's just a really, really simple spreadsheet to have a look at, but it can sort of give us a little bit of inclination of what leagues to really have a look at with regards to that. And this season, League One in France has been absolutely mental for 2-ups and full turnarounds. I think it's something like, top of my head, about 10% of games have had a full turnaround in them, which, okay, we're only sort of 18, 19, 20 games into the season, but even based on that figures, it's ludicrous with regards to that side of things. Surprisingly, English League One at the moment is just sitting at about 1.5%. There's only been one full turnaround so far in that league this year. So last year that was hitting at about 5.5%, 6%, something silly like that. So yeah, some changes have happened with regards to this, but definitely worth having a look out for those that are interested in 2-up and that side of things. Just gives a bit of an insight into the leagues that are worth following and keeping an eye on for your matches. So yeah, that's all of the offers from the support team. So as I said, apologies for having to just put up with myself this evening on that side of things. And I mean, we've got a couple of minutes left. So if there's any sort of questions that you guys have got, or any offers that you might have, that you do on a regular basis, that you think could be helpful for the members, would be absolutely great to throw in, as well. Obviously, we're going to have this thread up on our Facebook page, and obviously it'll be linked to our forum as well. But as Outplayed always has been, for myself, and for many others as well, is that it's the community aspect, that we've got on there, of all the members, all the staff, just wanting to help each other out. So if there's any offers that you think might be beneficial to some people that you've picked up on, I know a lot of people love doing free games that they get, on the likes of Ladbrokes, William Hill, um, Paddy, so on and so forth, for the casino side of things, where myself and Oz talked about this about 4 or 5 weeks ago now. I think it was, um, just the free games that are on there that you can just sit and do on an evening. They don't cost you anything to do apart from a little bit of your time. But if you're sat there with terrestrial TV on, or um, the wife's watching Emmerdale or EastEnders and you don't fancy watching it, or the husband's watching the football, and you really don't fancy watching the football, just do some of the free games that are there. Have a look through them. We've got a list of the free games on the forum and on the site, again. So just have a flick through there. But again, if you're struggling to find anything, just come on to our live chat, and we'll hopefully be able to help you out with regards to that side of things. So no problem whatsoever. Aaron, more than welcome, mate. Glad you found it of some use this evening. Even if we've just been able to help you out, it makes it all worthwhile from doing so. But hopefully, it's going to help out quite a few people with regards to that. So we're just about at about time this evening, guys. So with me having to talk for over an hour, I'm going to go grab myself a well-deserved drink from that side of things. Wish you all great success with your match betting. Carry on doing what you're doing. Keep on asking the questions to yourself. Please don't forget that refer a friend offer that we've got on the moment. So simple to do. Nice little £30 in your Skyrocket, £30 in your friend's Skyrocket. It covers their first month's subscription, so they've got nothing to lose whatsoever. You guys know that we're always there to help, and hopefully you can help your friends out as well with a bit of guidance with the match betting side of things. So yeah, it's a win-win situation from everybody. So yeah, that is me all done for tonight, guys. Take care of yourselves. Next week, you've got me back again, but with Simon next week. So hopefully all goes to plan, and we'll be going through a lot of the advanced calculators next week. Simon's absolute favourite topic to talk about. I'll be able to have half a night off really with that one. Simon is master of calculators, no problem whatsoever. Going through them, you can fire any questions at us with regards to that side of things. Yeah, guys, that's me over and out. I won't bore you for any much longer. Take care of yourselves, guys. Much love. Bye for now. Bye.